Hello everyone and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today I'm in the Izumo, the tier 9 Japanese battleship. I'm on the map Shatter in a 2-point domination game mode. And I think this might be the first battle on this map that I have actually put online. This map is still somewhat new, I guess. But let's just take a look at my new ship. Now, the Izumo is the first tier 9 ship that I got in World of Warships. I have played a few battles, nothing too exciting yet. I only have the first hull upgrade, so it's going to get better. And I actually use a few flags this battle. Now, the Izumo is an odd-looking ship, I think. And here I find my first shots. But yes, the Izumo is quite an odd-looking ship because all the main turrets are located at the front. And yeah, well, let's take a closer look at that. This third turret here can't shoot straight in the front. Actually, it's quite limited how it can turn. And I mean, those two turrets in the front, they're quite nice because they can shoot enemies like that are somewhat behind you. So I really like those two turrets. The third turret is a bit awkward, I feel, because you can't really use the fact that all your turrets are located in the front. You still have to somehow broadside a little if you really want to use your full firepower. Now, you do have some quite nice secondary guns. I have some captain skills, and I think I even have mods for my secondaries, so they fire at like 10 kilometers range. And 10 kilometers is quite a lot. Now, let's take a short look at how this battle is progressing so far. I've decided to go towards the left flank because I started on the left. And it seems that we have engaged the main enemy force, so I decided to turn around. And yes, one of my turrets is incapacitated at the moment. Now you can see this. I can actually shoot stuff while running away, or at least somewhat. You do have to slightly angle your ship, but it's actually okay. So you can retreat and still fire upon enemies. And yes, it seems that we have the upper hand on the right flank, and so far our team isn't pushing too hard. We'll see how that goes. My job here is probably just to defend, delay the enemy, and try to stay alive. This second battleship, he is a bit too aggressive. We can't push in. This is also in an Izumo. We really can't push into all those ships. Even if it's a destroyer here who is just shooting torpedoes in our direction. And you really don't want to get too close to that. You also don't want to get too close to all those guns. Yes, it would be tempting. Let them get close enough that my secondaries can do something, but it's better just to keep your distance. Now, the accuracy of this ship isn't that great, or at least that's how I feel at the moment. Also, I think I probably have to get used to the shell speed. I'm not doing a great job aiming in this ship so far, and you just saw my secondaries fire. I mean, there is a torpedoes at 9 kilometers, and that's enough for my secondaries to open fire. I should probably try to kill the torpedoes, but she's under fire from allies, and she'll probably die before my shots go there, so that's that. Now I'm really tempted to shoot at this destroyer because, well, I want him gone. And he's so low that I only need a lucky hit, and there you go. So, yeah. It was nice. And he didn't try to avoid my shells too much. It was a bit of a lucky shot, I guess, at this range. So I'm still trying to get some good hits at the enemies. This Otago, well, unfortunately I miss. Could have been great hits. I think he is slowing down here, I'm not exactly sure. Now we have lost the battleship who pretty much charged ahead and I'm still somewhat retreating. But you know, all I have to do here is like delay the enemy. We got some reinforcements from the other side by now. And we have a slight lead. So it's not looking too bad. I'm still pretty healthy, and while I haven't done an awful lot of damage, I have engaged a lot of enemies for a long time here. And yeah, I'm not doing a great job at aiming in this ship so far. Also, I guess my accuracy hasn't been that great. So I guess overall I find this ship has some potential. But I'll have to play here a lot more, and I definitely need to get more upgrades. The range is okay, it's about 20 kilometers, and yes, you can increase it by 10% if you get the range upgrade. And those shots again were quite a bit of a disappointment. Now the third hull upgrade gives me, I think, more anti-air. I'm not sure, it might even increase my secondary firepower, but I'm not sure about that. It definitely gives you more anti-air. I have mounted a catapult fighter because in any battleship I'm just afraid of carriers. And hey, my shots missed again. So, yeah. I'm aware that these days there aren't that many carriers around, but if there are, really find a catapult fighter is better than getting something like a spotting plane. Because I mean, you have like, once I got the range upgrade, it's probably like about 22 kilometers range or something, and that's more than it, usually. Hey, I got another hit that did pretty much enough. But you know, I shouldn't complain, because it's not like they are doing that much damage to me. So I've gotten a little bit too aggressive, so I'm turning around again. I'm out of friends here, only this destroyer is left. Who, well, nobody will shoot him because they can't see him probably. His torpedoes might provide some assistance, but yeah. And hey, I got at least a few hits at the Otago. Now it seemed that we won the battle on the other flank. It's a pretty even match at this point, but I have been tying down this flank for quite some time. The enemies are slowly getting closer, but they seem to be afraid to directly push at me. And I mean, my guns could devastate them if I'd get a great hit, I guess. But yeah, I mean that was SK damage, so it was nice. So, guess what you could say positive part about the Izumo is that you'll probably most of the time drive at an angle, because otherwise you can't fire your guns. So I guess it encouraged you somehow to angle your ship. This guy is trying to serve the symbol, and once again my shots really aren't doing what I want them to. So yes, I guess the accuracy can be quite a bit frustrating. But keep in mind, those are first impressions. I have played only a few battles in this ship, and yes, it's not even fully upgraded. So let's see. Maybe I should have aimed a little bit lower. But yeah, few nice hits at this North Carolina. And there are enemy planes incoming. My catapult fighter isn't quite ready again yet, and my anti-air isn't fully upgraded yet because I don't have the Opal upgrade. At this point I have actually targeted torpedo bombers here because they are what I'm concerned about most. My catapult fighter got ready more or less just in time, so I will target the torpedo bombers. Now this ship doesn't turn nearly fast enough to actually like face these torpedo bombers. He can, if he wants to shoot torpedoes at my broadside. But I guess maybe I can delay him a little and shoot down 1 or 2 planes before he gets his drop. I try to slow down as well. I hope it will somehow throw off his aim. Things were panicked because they are engaged by a catapult fighter. And actually this whole squadron went down. But keep in mind it's it's a tier 7 destroyer and I'm a tier 9 ship, so there is that. And you know, by now we are actually in a very big lead. Now I do have some reinforcements here, more on the way. We have a destroyer who went all the way around, and their carrier is wisely running away, I guess. We also have a destroyer somewhere here in the middle, and he might get some good torpedoes around those islands. Yes, this Otago is unfortunately turning. At this point, this is pretty much a win, I would say. And can I finally get a nice hit? Probably. So, anytime you get a new ship, you somehow have to get used to the travel speed of your shells and things like that. But it really feels like these guns aren't all that accurate. But they are definitely powerful guns if they hit something. What can I say about the armor? So far it has done a decent job. I don't think this is one of the best armored ships. And, you know, just never show your broadside. I guess that holds true for all ships. Try to keep your hull anchored, and the Izumo does pretty well. I have, well, I guess if you're facing a Yamato, which has happened to me quite a few times, you are probably doomed. But that goes for most ships, I guess. So you're quite a bit target, which really isn't helping. But I'm pleasantly surprised. I thought the 3 guns in the front would make this ship far worse. But you can make them work pretty good. You can kind of shoot people even if you are driving away, if you are in a slight angle. And while this 3rd turret here makes it somewhat awkward sometimes, I think it works out in the end. Oh, he's almost at my maximum range, and he is turning, which, yeah, I think I gave way too much lead. He isn't really that fast. Or is he? Might actually get a hit there. No, I don't. So this is the last ship. We will win this battle very soon. Come on, someone kill him. And this salvo will... No, he's still alive. Okay. There you go. So let's take a look at the results. I'm quite happy with how this game turned out, and I think my team played pretty well. We just engaged the left side, saw that we don't have the numbers to push, so we kind of retreated and waited for reinforcements to arrive. And my team did a pretty good job at picking apart the enemy force over time. And in the end, well, when you look at the results, it's a pretty decisive win for my team. And yes, you saw a little bit about the Izumo. Keep in mind that this ship wasn't fully upgraded and that I have only played a few battles in it, so I certainly have to get used to it. But I think it has some potential, and I hope you enjoyed watching this game, and I'll see you guys next time.